When people think of Italian food, they think of Rome or Naples. But Puglia, it's the region serving pasta that's meant to be burnt, cheese that bursts when you cut it, and focaccia that you'll be dreaming about for months. We spent weeks eating our way across the entire region so you don't waste a single meal. These are the 10 dishes you have to try if you want to truly experience Puglia through its food. Number 1 is focaccia Bari, aka crispy, crunchy, carby goodness that you will dream about forever. This is not your average focaccia. There's potato in the dough, which gives it this really soft, springy interior. And then it's baked in these heavy round pans, so the bottom gets very dark and very crispy. And then it's topped in an obscene amount of olive oil, fresh tomatoes and olives. It's tangy, it's a little bit umami, it's a little bit sweet, it's crispy, it's crunchy, it's really cheap, and it's great for an on-the-go lunch, breakfast, or snack. It really does it all. Number 2 is Puglia's most traditional and famous pasta shape, which is orecchiette, or little ears, because that's what they look like. This is the shape you will see the pasta grannies in Bari rolling, but don't go there and don't buy them because Italy is actually trying to remove them because they are kind of a tourist trap. We love them because they're perfectly chewy, they're really easy to make, and then the sauce kind of sits inside like this little pasta hug, and when you bite it, it explodes in your mouth. You will try them everywhere with different sauces. They're incredible. By the way, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Taylor, and my husband Caleb and I travel the world specifically for food and helping you find the best local food experiences and avoid tourist traps. So if that sounds like your vibe, hit subscribe. Number 3 is one traditional to Bari, spaghetti alla assassina. This is pasta that is literally burnt on purpose because it's not cooked like other pastas where it's cooked in a big pot of boiling water like you make at home. It's cooked more like risotto, which is a little bit of water, so it actually gets crispy and crunchy and burned on the bottom. We didn't think that we were gonna like it, but it was so good. The noodles are still al dente, but then there's this little crispy, crunchy char action that adds some little bit of texture. It is a little on the spicy side since assassin style literally means spicy, angry, and aggressive, but it wasn't too overly spicy. If you're spice sensitive, you will probably be fine. You can wash it down with some amazing Puglian wine. Number 4 is one of our favorite things we ate the entire trip, pasticciato, which is most commonly found in Lecce, but you will find it all across Puglia. It's this kind of boat of this buttery, shortbready short crust filled with this warm, vanilla, lemony scented custard. You can also find pistachio or hazelnut custard, but we like the traditional best. This is what the locals eat for breakfast with a espresso or cafe leccese. So if you want to eat like a local, have a little bit of sweet dessert for breakfast. We don't make the rules. Number 5 is cheese because Puglia is Italy's cheese kingdom, but most specifically you want to try burrata and caciocavallo. Caciocavallo is a firm, nutty cheese that's often aged in caves, but you will find it everywhere. And burrata is that cheese that you see all across Instagram that explodes when you cut it open. The outside looks like a ball of mozzarella, but it's filled with stracciatella, which is shreds of mozzarella cheese soaked in thick cream. We made both of these at a working masseria farm, and it was one of the best foodie experiences that we ever did in Puglia. Number 6 pairs really well with number 5, thank us later, and that is Puglia wine. Specifically, their 2 red varietals, Primitivo and Negro Amaro, which are kind of the boldest red grapes in southern Italy. They're deep, they're rich, they're somehow still affordable, but we also love the rosé. At home, we're typically not rosé people, but this one was the ones in Puglia were just smooth, crisp, bright, not acidic. We love them so much that we actually brought bottles home and backpacked with them for 4 months, just so that we could make our family at home try them. They're that good. Number 7 was our favorite savory thing that we tried in all of Puglia, and it's these tiny little street food snacks called panzerotti. It's kind of like a calzone, but it's deep fried instead of baked, so it's obviously going to be better. I kind of compare it to a Hot Pocket, which is probably blasphemous, but I am American, so it is what it is. You can find them with a huge variety of flavors, but the most traditional version is just cheese, basil, tomato sauce, and we thought these were the best. They're cheap, they're filling, they're absolutely delicious. Number 8 is a puccia, which is most commonly found in the province of Lecce as well, but you will find it all across Puglia. This is a sandwich made with a hollow wood-fired bread that has no crumb. It's kind of like the Italian version of a pita bread, but it is lighter and crispier than other breads. You pick the fillings, whatever you do, you really can't go wrong. It's originally a humble street food. Now it's kind of a cult favorite across the region. We thought these were great for a cheap, delicious, filling, but not too filling lunch. Number 9 is taralli, which are these little crispy, crunchy, circular bread rings that come in all kinds of flavors, savory with herbs or spices, or our favorite were these sweet varieties that were coated in sugar and then had almonds on the inside. You will not be able to go to Puglia without trying these. If you do any kind of wine tasting or aperitivo hour, they're going to be on your tasting board. We say it's kind of like Puglia's version of Cheez-Its or Goldfish, just a little bit more rustic and a whole lot more refined. Number 10 is fava e cicoria, which is this really thick, creamy fava bean puree topped with bitter chicory greens. Really simple, but really flavorful. It's one of Puglia's oldest dishes, born from cucina povera, aka peasant cooking. Farmers made it back in the day with whatever they had on hand: fava beans, wild greens, olive oil. It's still on menus today, not because it's fancy, but because it's real and authentic. But knowing what to eat is only half the battle. Now you need to know where to find the best versions of all these dishes, plus more across the whole region. So watch our traditional Puglia foodie road trip video next right here, because we did all the research so you don't have to.